Smokey Robinson has some allegations against him.
Yeah.
And this comes from AP News. I'm going to jump around for context because they kind of start with a response instead of the allegations.
Yeah.
Uh, there was a lawsuit filed in Los Angeles Superior Court on Tuesday of last week.
Mm-hmm.
It says against the Motown music luminary seeks the lawsuit against him seeks at least $50 million in damages over alleged assaults, which the women say took place between 2007 and 2024. Robinson's wife is also named as a defendant for allegedly enabling his behavior and creating abusive work environment. Quote, no, I don't want to donate to AP News. Quote, just all this. And there's already 5 ads on the screen.
I
Like,
hate that so much.
whatever, you got to pay the bills. But come on, let me read my article here.
Yeah.
Uh, it says, quote, we will be addressing the numerous aspects
Mm-hmm.
of the complaint that defy, I don't even know how to pronounce this word, as well as issues relating to purported timelines, inconsistencies, and relationships between the plaintiffs and others. That's
Mm-hmm.
Smokey's lawyer, who also said the allegations of R word and SA against Smokey from 4 former housekeepers are vile and false. All right, so this article is a little weird. Let me just tell you what happened because I know about it already. So 4 women. Oh, it does
Four?
say it if you scroll down. 4 women each alleged that Smokey Robinson would wait until he was alone with them in his Los Angeles house, and then SA and R word them in some cases for many years. These are. I'm gonna stop reading the article because it doesn't really. I don't like the way they present the statement. So what happened is this is what's alleged. What's alleged is there were 4 housekeepers. Are you okay?
What's the matter? Why did you stop?
She got the shocked face on, so I was like,
Because
"Oh, let me
this
make
is
sure my co-host is
ridiculous. Like,
okay."
what do you?
Um,
This is crazy.
they
Smokey.
say that 4 housekeepers
Somebody
say that for
grandpa
many
needs to.
years.
Sorry. Sorry.
We can get to your take in a minute, but let me just tell the people.
Mm-hmm.
So Smokey Robinson had housekeepers, and these housekeepers claim that, not claim, allege that he would SA and R word them, and that his wife
YouTube.
and that his wife knew, and that his wife, which is why she's named in the lawsuit, they say that his wife knew, and that when his wife knew it was about to happen, she would leave the house. And if the women didn't give Smokey what they wanted, the wife would give them attitude and mistreat them.
Cause she probably. Never mind. I don't want to. I don't want
They
to
are
encourage
saying
what.
exactly that she was down with the situation.
Well, cause okay, what I was gonna say. Hopefully, this isn't taken the wrong way. But what I was gonna say is because she probably like when he don't get what he wants. Now I got to deal with him and his attitude. I mean, all of this is gross. If this is true, all of this is gross. And what grown people do, just so I'm clear, what grown people do is their business. Like as far as openness in a relationship and all that, like that's people's business. But it's the moment where it's non-consenting that there's a problem. The moment that there is abusive behavior, there's a problem. Like that's not okay. People should be able to do what they do as adults safely.
Right. I would like to read this one part.
Okay.
Um, y'all should go read the article. It is detailed. I'm just trying to be careful because of the way we have to report this, and they did kind of jump around a little bit. So y'all should read it if y'all want the full details. Because it does say it does have the woman's accounts of what happened, but I can't really read it up here for multiple reasons. What I can read is this part. It says all of the accusers said they eventually quit over the SA. though in
Mm-hmm.
some cases it took several years, and all said they feared coming forward over fears of retaliation, public shame, and possible effects on their immigration status.
Well,
The same fears
I hear
have
that.
kept the women from going to the police to report Robinson, their lawyer said, though they also said they believe criminal investigation is warranted.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So there you have it.
Um,
Um, now, uh, you have a take. What was your take?
no, I said what I was gonna say.
Okay.
It was about the wife.
That's about the wife. Got it. Um, you know, I, I don't know how to even say what I want to say. Um, it gets a little nastier for me when you add the fact that these people were immigrants working for you in your house,
Mm-hmm.
right? S-A-R word, never okay. When you add the fact that these people were immigrants working for you in your house, it adds even more grossness to me because those people probably couldn't speak the best English. Those people, and they say it there, probably figured if I say something, they're going to make me leave the country.
If I don't do this, or if I don't let this person do this, there are even bigger. I mean, the consequences are big, but there are other ramifications that need to be considered as well when it comes to people's immigration status. So I understand exactly what you're saying, and yeah,
Yeah, and so it gets a little, it's like even more gross for me because it's like, not only did you do this to women, you did this to women who really didn't know how to defend themselves legally, probably don't really know the language well.
yeah.
And I'm obviously making assumptions,
But I understand your
but
assumptions, and no, you can't know everything. Everything that you're saying is not has not been checked to make sure it's fact. However, these are inferences that are probably likely, maybe not true if we do our research, but I understand what you're saying. I think what you're saying is valid. Um, if we had to make assumptions about that, um, yeah, it's
like dog.
yeah,
And then the other thing too is like, you Smokey Robinson. You are a legend,
none of
eh,
that matters.
but I know it doesn't matter in the power struggle and the violating of people. But it's just like you getting pussy thrown at you left and right of all ages. Maybe not all ages, but a large group of ages. You really got to go to your house and do stuff to the workers at the house.
Yeah, sorry, I'm making that face. I hope that the microphone did not pick that up. Um,
I didn't hear anything.
okay, so maybe
But just like dog. Like, what are you doing?
yeah, it's
Like, I know today he's 85, but some of this stuff was almost 20 years ago. So even at 65, that's what you're doing at 65, man. Like,
yeah. And even if it was this year, like that stuff is gross. And you know what? Where there's smoke, there's fire. And I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. If it was happening 20 years ago, allegedly, it probably
no,
was
no,
happening even
it's over a span of 20
over a
years. So I'm
span of
saying it's started 20 years ago for some
right.
of the
But
workers.
what I'm saying is, if it could have happened 20 years ago and someone was in their 60s, It could have been happening even earlier than that, and we are just not privy to that, or that is not a part of this. And I understand it would be a separate thing, but
Yeah,
I'm just thinking to myself at that point, you probably had a pattern of behavior
yeah,
by the time 20 years ago rolls around, because the career and the money and all of that was long before that, you know?
yeah. No, I agree. It's gross, and it's really unfortunate. You know, I've said here before, a lot of people in this industry, they're it's predatory. There's a lot of nasty behavior in this industry,
Yeah.
and sometimes, unbeknownst to us, we empower and um, adore people who are really nasty behind the scenes.
Right. And I mean, it's no fault of, well, up until we know, it's no fault of ours, right? Like we're just over here thinking we're enjoying these entertainers,
Right.
and then we later find out some of them are disgusting humans.
Yeah.
Um, and this again is all alleged about Smokey Robinson. We don't. No, he has not been convicted of anything. These are accusations. There's a lawsuit. Uh,
Smokey did do an interview with the Daily Mail
he shouldn't do that. But
where, well, he basically didn't. He stammered and he hung up.
yeah, because he shouldn't have been on there. And I bet you somebody was like,
I
"Granddad."
mean, also at 85, I don't know how many interviews you should be doing without your press team.
But that's what I'm saying. Somebody probably walked in, one of the kids or something, walked in and said, "Granddad, get off the phone. Get off the
No,
phone."
they called him. Daily Mail said he was incoherent.
Was he though?
That's what they said.
That kind of thing makes me skeptical. Like, was he incoherent or was he directed to seem incoherent to help his
He's
case?
85.
Oh,
Um,
he's hazy. He can't. You know what I'm trying to say.
I do.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know anything. I don't know anything. I don't have any facts, but